All right, let's get to our game. This is the Rams. This is the Bears, the 5 seed taking on the 2 seed in the NFC. Rod, you're going home. Chicago, man. Can the Bears do it at home? What do you think?
Well, guys, I played in Foxborough and I know how miserable the weather is there. And coming off that lake, that stadium that wind is ferocious, and weather definitely will be a factor, coach. It's going to be 14 degrees. It's going to probably feel like it's going to be minus 2 or 3 degrees. I think the Rams are going to struggle. I mean, it's hard, not practicing in that stuff, not living in that stuff. Then all of a sudden you expect to play a 3.5 hour football game in it. I think they struggle, coach.
I do too. I mean, there is a home field advantage, and this will be the biggest home field advantage, I think, of the 4 games. Chicago at home with the wind and the cold against that Rams team that they played some games that way, but that's not their element. Chicago also has a belief right now that they can, in the fourth quarter, they're going to make things happen. The Rams, very, very tough. I know Sean McVay is going to say, hey, if we hold on to the ball, we're going to be fine. We're going to move it. I'm going to dial up some things, some motion, some personnel things that will get our running game going. To me, that's who's going to have to win it for the Rams if they win it, is Kyron Williams and Blake Corum.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, Coach. They're going to have to run the ball. You look at when the Bears defense played against the 49ers, they gave up over 200 yards rushing. So, I mean, if you're the Rams, the most obvious thing to do. But the Rams also come in, they give you different packages. They'll come out with 3 wide receivers, 3 tight end sets, and that's going to be a challenge to Bears who lost TJ Edwards. They start coming in with 3 tight ends. All 3 tight ends can block. Then they can line up as wide receivers. So Sean McVay, he does a creative, he's very creative with the things that he does. But to me, the challenge is going to be that Bears secondary. Can they hold up on those guys outside? Those wide receivers, they are big, they're physical, they want to embarrass you. And that's going to be the big challenge for their secondary. Can they hold up outside, Coach?
I agree. 6 weeks ago, we thought the Rams might be the best team in football, but we've seen some holes in that defense. We've seen some big plays in the passing game against them. I think Caleb Williams will be able to exploit that. If I'm the Rams and Sean McVay, I want to keep the ball away from Caleb Williams. I want to protect my defense. I want to have some long drives running the football, and I think you can do that.
The biggest thing with the Bears offensively, too, Coach, is they can't be in those 3rd down and long situations with those pass rushers, because that's what they're good at. Jared Verse and all those guys, Byron Young, that's what they want. They want those 3rd down and long situations. So we got to stay out of that.
The other thing I'm going to be watching in this game, Jack, is Ben Johnson. And I know his MO is to be aggressive and, be this out front guy. But there are times, especially now you get a cold, windy day, there are times when you might want to play field position. You might want to punt the ball on 4th down. You might want to take the 3 points instead of go for it. And we saw last week, he put his team in a hole. They made him look good. They came back and won it. But, boy, he put them in a hole by just going for it over and over and over again on 4th down. And maybe in this game, you don't have to do that.
I thought he called the game last week, Coach, like he didn't trust his defense at all. Like it was like, if we're going to win this game, we got to keep our offense on the field. We got to keep Caleb out there. We got to protect our defense. I just thought that was how he managed it.
They can't stop the run.
Own territory. That's it. And Rod, I think that's it. And that's why when I look at this game, I go, I don't care if the weather's 10 degrees, 5 degrees, what? I do not see the Bears stopping the Rams. Am I wrong on that?
If the Rams run the ball 30 times and pass the ball 15 or 20 times, they're going to still win the football game. The Bears will not be able to stop the Rams and those 2 running backs if they consistently run the ball downhill. And then once you walk that safety and now those one-on-one opportunities, you got the tight end, you got the backs out of the backfield. It's just too many holes in the Bears defense, and they just don't have the players. They're good at corner. They're not like great at corner, even though those guys create a lot of turnovers. So that's going to be a big challenge for them, handling those wide receivers, because they're the best in the business.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jack. Sean McVay is going to look at that Bears game against the 49ers. He's going to see what Kyle Shanahan did to create some runs for Christian McCaffrey. He's going to do the same thing. Okay, I've got these motions, these different personnel groups, different tight end groups. I'm going to create some runs for my running backs, and we will have a good day running the football. There's no doubt about it.
Yep. Yep. Devontae Adams looked healthy last week. We knew he would play. We didn't know what he would look like. He looked fast, Rod. I'm curious, like, if you're Sean McVay, do you go into an indoor practice bubble and you turn the temperature down to 5 degrees? Like, do you take the team and practice a few days in Minnesota, or do you just act like it's not going to be 5 degrees, coach? I mean, what do you do?
You do everything you can, but there's only so much you can do, and those guys have to come out there and play. Now, fortunately, he has some guys who have played, and Devontae Adams has played in that kind of weather, and he's going to be fine. He's going to mentally be ready to go. Some of the other guys, we don't know how it's going to affect them when they hit it, but you have to try to create as much as you can, but there's only so much you can do in a warm weather place.
Guys, those guys did an excellent job last year when they played in Philadelphia when it was cold, it was snowing, it was lightly raining. Those guys did a heck of a job. Jared Verse and those guys came out with no sleeves. It did not look like it had an adverse effect on them at all, Jack.
Yep. Kyron Williams, Notre Dame, they get all the messy
He's been
weather.
there.
Lake Cora, Michigan, they get all the bad weather. I just think Stafford has played in every variable you can throw at him at this point in his career. I don't worry about him. His hand, maybe a little bit, just because he, after he hit that hand, he definitely had some blips, but then he had the tremendous last drive. But it was a little interesting to watch the beginning of this next game and how he's throwing the football. Any thoughts on that after he hit his hand? Because he was on fire before that, and then their offense did not look the same. Did that factor into it, or you think that had nothing to do with it?
It did, but then the last drive when he needed the throws, he made them. So I think he's going to be fine, and he's played under physical duress in the past. I don't see it being a problem.
Yeah, me either. Matthew Stafford is a stud.
He is. He is. All right, so the favorite. Who should be the favorite on this Sunday Night Football game if you just look at the teams, Coach?
I think overall balance, the Rams have a little bit better team, but Chicago playing at home, I think they have a distinct home field advantage, and they've just got the belief that some way in the fourth quarter we're going to make it happen. We're going to win these games. So I like where the Bears are sitting right now.
The Rams are better on paper, basically what Coach is trying to say. But the Bears, when it comes to playoff football, the Bears have the intangibles. They have the energy. They believe. They got the new coach. They got the fans. So all that matters in playoff football. So I would say it would be the Bears that has the advantage right now because they're at home. They have the weather and they have all the energy. And really, nobody expected them to be right here, right, guys?
No, they're playing, with that kind of new, fresh, hey, we're in this, we're going to do this, and we're going to be fine. Rams have experience, that'll counter it a little bit. But I like where the Bears are right now. I really do.
I was just thinking, are both you guys going to pick the Bears? If you are, I mean, I will gladly go over there and take the Rams. If you guys are both going to give me the free pick on the Rams, please do it. Please do it.
I don't know yet. I have to watch the Rams warm up.
Yeah, same here, Coach. Same here.
The Rams are the favorite, 3.5-point favorite, and that is on the road. So that, if that was in LA, that would be 6.5 most likely. So that's pretty substantial there. But yeah, they like the Rams going into this game.
No, if this game was in LA, I would definitely pick the Rams. No doubt. But I think the home field advantage could just tip it.
Yep.
The question is, Coach, I think the question on Sunday is, will Jack wear a hat or will he keep his hair nice and perfect? You know what I mean? That's the big question, okay?
If he stays hatless, I'm gonna give him some props.
Okay, now I may not wear a hat. If Coach is going to give me props, that may very well be worth it. This is going to be fun. That throw, I think about the throw Caleb Williams made last week on the 4th down. Their season was over. I mean, if this pass is incomplete, if he's hit, if it goes out of bounds, anything, him leaning back and throwing that thing, I mean, it's got to be one of the best throws in the history of the Bears organization, Rod. I mean, where would you put it?
Unbelievable. I mean, I would put it right at the top. I mean, that's something that propelled them and gave them a lot of confidence. And really with him, I mean, you think about him and the change of Caleb and how he humbled himself. They brought in a new offensive line, guys that's going to protect him, guys that's going to hold him accountable. And he's responded, man. He's been humble. He wants to learn. He's worked hard. I like Caleb and where he's at right now, Coach.
Yeah, and to do that and make that throw after having that type of game, he's under 50% for the game. Hasn't had his greatest game. But when it's on the line, 4th and 18, and we need the throw, I'm going to make it. And that tells you something about him.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.